What is going on, legends? So I've been working on everyone else's projects lately, whether it be cars or in construction, whatever, and realising that I've been doing not much for myself. I actually have just completed a little bit of a renovation here in the shop because I'm starting to make room for getting a few more metal tools. I can't afford it right now, but when I do get some extra spare money, I want to get a Rover, guillotine and a folder, and maybe a few other tools like an English wheel and things. I'm just trying to start to clean up the workshop a bit to make room for that, which then I've done a bit of reno here. I moved the reception wall, I built another one 2 meters forward, and I had the gym set up in the back. You guys might have seen it in the other videos. Yeah, so gym's in there now, and then I've also just sorted away a few tools and stuff. Just realised that while I'm doing this chat that I was just over here doing with you guys, that I can show you around the shop. So I'll just insert some footage now of me walking around the shop showing you the reno and stuff that I've been doing. But just been doing that, and honestly been a little bit stressed because bills have been coming out of my eyeballs left, right and centre. I had a couple big jobs booked in, which one was going to be last weekend and this weekend, and then the next one started after this for a couple of weeks. Total of $22,000 worth of work, which got cancelled. No idea why. They didn't really give me an explanation, just cancelled, and that was it. But yeah, so now I'm trying to, I thought you could either chase your tail a little bit and try and discount work to get work in the door, but I thought it's been that long since I've had some time to work on my own projects that I'll just do that. But with saying that, with me spending some time, money doesn't, the bills don't stop rolling in when I stop working. So I've been thinking about selling one of my cars, which I don't really want to do. But unfortunately, you do need cash flow with business, and if money's not coming in, you've got to find money somewhere else. So I've put my Stato up for sale on eBay with an auction, which is doing really badly so far, but luckily enough I've put a reserve on it because I know the market is not great at the moment. I've put a decent reserve on it. If it sells for what I've put the reserve at, I'm still not going to be happy about it because I'll be taking a fair few $1,000s of a hit on it. But it is what it is. If I can get some cash in, I thought it'll help me kick the mini truck into gear. I'd like to get that turbo kit finished and get it tuned and stuff, and then I would like to do some with the interior in that car. And then also I've got my Rexy. I reckon there'll be a final build for my Rexy coming up soon, so I'd like to get some cash set aside for that, and then these tools that I'd like to get. But you're talking between 20 and probably realistically between $20,000 and $30,000. Which I had allowed for with those jobs that got cancelled. So yeah, it's a little bit frustrating that I did lose that work. I think it's probably because I asked for a deposit now when you drop the car off on bigger jobs, because I've had people stitch me up in the past. With my old shop 10 years ago, at one stage we had 17 cars there. We were pushing in and out every day, which is exactly why I got a small shop this time. I can't fit 17 cars here. But yeah, we had 17 cars we were pushing in and out every day because people just didn't have the money to get their work done on their cars. So people will end up trying to use you as free storage and things like that. So yeah, I'm not into it. So if you don't have a decent deposit to give me when you drop your car off, unfortunately I'm not going to do your work, because I don't want to get stitched up pushing a car in and out of the shop, or holding on to something for money that I might not see for 6 months because I'm not going to be paying to store people's cars. Basically, that's what I'm getting at. But yeah, I've had my Stato for over a year now, probably more like probably 14, 15 months, something like that. And I've really tidied it up. I've spent probably $7,000 on it on top of buying it, and I paid COVID money for it, so it owes me quite a lot of money. But it's a great car. I really, as I said before, I don't want to sell it. But if it frees up some cash to get a few projects rolling and get some more tools in the shop so that I can expand my wheel clearance solutions, I would be I'd be happy enough to make that happen, because I'm taking a bit of a hit on that, but I can make more money with these tools if I grab them. I'd like to be able to make my own tubs in-house, because at the moment I can do infill straps, or we can buy tubs and then put them in the car, but I'd like to be able to make my own tubs. That way I can custom make them for each car, and then custom boot floors and things like that. And just rust repair, I'd like to actually offer rust repair for people. Say you got rusted out floor, or firewall, or a sill or something like that. I'd like to be able to do that work, because I've got panel shops that I can send people to get their cars finished and painted and whatnot, and I'm not really interested in doing that. But I am happy to do rust repairs and works like that, because I am good with metal and I know how to fabricate, so it actually makes sense to offer that at the shop. It is pretty messy work, so yeah, I won't be doing it unless it's worth doing financially. I'm going to be working on my Land Rover. Well, I'm going to do a little bit of work. We'll probably at some stage, I don't know whether it'll be today, it's all going to be the one video for you guys, but weather's looking pretty crappy outside. I wouldn't mind pulling the stato out and just giving it a wash off. It's clean, but it's just dusty because it's been sitting up on the hoist in storage for a bit. Just because the auction that I'm running on that on eBay ends on Monday. It's currently Friday. So I thought, just in case someone wants to come and have a look at it before the auction ends, I'd like it to be presented well. The interior's mint because I'd never get any dirt in that car. My Land Rover, while I was away camping, I just picked on a few things that I wouldn't mind having a bit of a look at. I'm actually going to be building a spare wheel carrier for that. I want to do a spare wheel carrier with a jerry can full water on the back, but I'll be doing that on my fabrication channel because it's not really related to car stuff. So yeah, I'll do a few repairs on my list, or at least have a look at it. I'm not sure whether I'm going to need to order parts or whatnot, but yeah, we'll have a bit of a look over the Land Rover. And then my Calais, I probably will bring that in. So I'm hoping to do the Land Rover today. I'd like to watch the Stato today, and then just have a look over both cars. If there's anything we need to nip up, we'll do that. And yeah, and then tomorrow I wouldn't mind bringing in the Calais, because it just needs a few little things done to it. So we'll tackle that in this video as well. I just kind of want to get everything tidied up. I've spent all week after hours, working construction and then coming here after hours doing this renovation. So yeah, it's been a bit of a mission because we've had some pretty hot days this week. Take care of a few little jobs and I want to set the Land Rover up on the back hoist. I'm just still trying to figure out the layout of the shop. I've been using the front hoist as storage, but the only trap with doing that, because I prefer to work on the back hoist, but the only trap with doing the front hoist as storage is I can't get a full drive in with the car on the hoist. I did try with the Stato. I've lifted it, put it on jack stands, put the hoist down, and then put the 100mm blocks in and then raised it back up, but it's still just not high enough, which is annoying because the Land Rover is going to be here for a couple of weeks while I build this rear wheel carrier. You do have a lot more room to work around the car on the back hoist, so it probably makes more sense for that to be the dead car hoist. It's just that for filming, the front hoist isn't great because you've obviously got the light, the sun sets over the roller door, so you get the light coming through the factory, which does stuff up the filming a bit. But I bought this big banner that I put on the roller door, hoping that'll help me hide cars that I don't want people to see before the footage comes out, and then B, it'll block out the sun a little bit when I'm filming, so hopefully that'll help me, but it doesn't go the full width of the door, unfortunately. So yeah, that could end up being a bit of a problem, but we'll see how we go. But anyway, yeah, feeling a bit down in the dumps today just because bills are expensive and it costs so much to run this factory. And although I don't mind if people cancel work, because it is, they've obviously got things going on in their lives, or you never know what people are going through. So I'm not going to judge if people will be upset or angry about the fact that they've cancelled the work, but financially it does stuff me up because I was booked out the next month doing these jobs, so I wasn't too concerned. I'll get the blow-in work here and there, and I didn't try and book out anything. So now I've got pretty much nothing in my schedule for the next month, which is a little bit frustrating, but it's not their fault. It is what it is. That's business. I have a small shop, so I can't go booking myself out too much with too much work. So that's just all part of it as well. But also on the other flip side of that, I don't have some huge shop and have 4 times the expenses that I have, because otherwise that would kill me in itself. I'd have to have staff and that here, and I'm just not into that anymore. I like that it's just my little shop here, and I'll have one of the boys every now and then come in and give me a hand, but other than that, it's just me working alone, and I find it easier to film and do my thing. Yeah, anyway, I'll stop jibber jabbing away and we'll get stuck into doing some stuff. Alright, let's do some repairs on the Land Rover. So we'll just see what I've got on my list, because I'm not too sure. I know my driver's window stopped working. It does lock, but only when I don't know what's going on. And then I wanted to look into some rear springs, which I've already done this morning. I couldn't get any from my normal suppliers, and I couldn't get any from Petters, but it looks like Laval's have a heavy duty rear spring for this, so I'm just waiting back on an email for those. Yeah, it's mainly the driver's window is not working, and the rear passenger door lock. The rear passenger door lock could have been my fault, because I pulled off the back door to get the drawers in when we did that, so maybe I haven't connected the wiring harness properly or something. But it's weird because it works. When you put the car in drive, it locks all the doors. When you put the car in park, it unlocks all the doors. And I can lock and unlock the door manually, which is what I've been doing. But I don't know whether it's got anything to do with that or maybe a driver's door, but when I have the car locked, sometimes randomly the alarm just goes off. So I don't know whether it's been from me not closing the tailgate properly, but yeah, I'm sort of just going to have a bit of a suss out about that. I thought we'd take the door trim off and see if we can see anything with the window reg, because it's so noisy out here today. I don't know what's going on, but so many cars on the highway. Yeah, I thought we'd just pull the door trim off and have a look in there and see whether the window reg's jammed up or something, or maybe the plug's come undone, because I can hear like when I push the window switch, I can hear it clicking. Nothing's happening. So either the window reg's buggered or yeah, it could be stuck or something. So I thought we'll take off the door trim and just have a bit of a look, see and see if we can't fix it, because it was working fine, and then the car just sat there for ages. And then yeah, when I pulled it out to fix the wheel bearing before the last trip I went on, the window just wasn't working. I went through the drive-through and I had to open up the door and do it that way. But yeah, anyway, let's pull this door trim off and see what we can find. Alright, so what I learnt from pulling the doors apart on the Land Rover on the driver's door and the back left door was absolutely nothing. So yeah, I'm not even sure what's going on. I can't hear, I just mainly wanted to play with the switch with the door trim off to see whether I could hear anything from the window reg, and I couldn't at all. So I'm kind of leaning it towards it being the window switches buggered, because I think I left the window down, it was raining or something, I can't remember. But I'm leaning towards the window switches buggered, so I'm looking at getting a new one of those. And then the back left door, it locks, but it doesn't unlock. So you have to unlock it manually, but it locks. So I just played around with the plug. I'll see whether that makes any difference. But yeah, so far seems to have done nothing. So anyway, that was a bit of a waste of time. But anyway, I needed the car here because we're going to start doing the rear bar, which again, I'm going to be doing that on my other channel, but I'll throw it on the hoist now. I'm still just deciding whether I put it on this back hoist or I spin it around and put it on the front hoist. It's a hard one, because yeah, when I'm doing guard rolling and stuff, I do prefer to be on this back hoist. But the car's not going to be dead. At the worst case, it's going to have the rear bar off it, and I might be halfway through welding something. But doing tubs off fabrication, I think I will put it on the front hoist. So yeah, I'll spin it around, I'll chuck it on the front hoist, and we'll just deal with it. Because I don't work on four-wheel drives a hell of a lot, and if I do, we'll just figure it out there. Because for the majority of the time, I'm working on passenger cars, and they go a lot better on this back hoist. And this is a clean end. That's sort of the dirty end where you do cutting and welding and stuff. And down here's my clean end where I'll try and, yeah, it's just got all the tools and the nice bench and stuff. So yeah, try and keep it tidy. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to chuck this, we'll spin this car around, chuck it on the hoist and get it ready to rip the rear bar off, which, yeah, that whole thing will be on my other channel. But then after I do that, I drove the Land Rover here today. Deacon's going to drive me home so I can grab the Calais and then come back here so that I can keep working. But yeah, again, the Land Rover's staying here for a bit, so I need a lift back to my joint, and Deacon put his hand up to give me a lift because he's a good man. But anyway, I'll yeah, get stuck into moving this car around. I feel like I'm just getting nowhere with my cars. So I couldn't end up fixing the Land Rover. Bring this in. It did have a blown headlight. It did have a blown headlight, so I was happy to be able to replace that because that is actually a safety thing. But I was going to touch up paint this. You probably can't see that, but yeah, it's worn out here. But I've just realised that the trim there is a bit buggered, and that's why it's rubbing it out. So I'll need to do something with that. But then also these back ones, as they always are, the paint's all buggered on there. So I think I'm actually going to get some plastic dip, and I'll do a video on actually just fixing those things in itself, because I think that would be actually probably worth doing, because they're quite common for them to be worn out like that. But yeah, I've just done them in the past. You just clean them up and then just plastic dip, and they come up really good. Whereas, you know, a lot of people try to paint them and then they still look crap. But anyway, yeah, I suppose that's it for this video, because yeah, I'm gonna get cracking into my Freelander now and start on this rear bar. I want to at least get the bumper off and sort of get my head around how I'm going to build it. But I might actually start doing some fab work today. But yeah, again, different channel, different video. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. I'm not really sure what we really did in this video, but it is what it is. I've still done things. I've still been ticking boxes. We just haven't been lots of boxes getting ticked. But anyway, I'll see you on the next one.